Hey guys, my name is Jonathan with jonathanchum.com, and today I'm going to be talking to you about one of the strategies for App Store optimization, specifically the keyword researching strategy. Now, there are two types of strategies or focus when it comes to App Store optimization. There are how to get people to discover your app, and the second part is once they've found your app, are they going to take that action such as installing the app? Now, what's the difference between those two strategies are pretty significant. And let me explain why. So, if you have a great landing page, great logo, great title, great app description, great screenshots and videos, that's one step of the App Store optimization process. But if you're not getting people to land on your page in the first place, then that strategy is going to be wasted. So many app developers and marketers fall into this trap of optimizing their logo and the screenshots before they're able to figure out how to get the traffic into and see the app in the first place. So I'm going to be using this tutorial, this how-to guide, to focus on the first part of the funnel, which is how to get people to discover your app in the first place. So when it comes to App Store optimization, you need to be focusing on the right keywords and not some generic keyword that is not as relevant but is in your niche. And that's where another trap that a lot of marketers get into is looking at keywords that have a whole lot of traffic but are not very relevant to the app that they're trying to get people to install on. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this with a tool called Sensor Tower. Sensor Tower has been around for a couple of years, and they have a free trial, and I'm going to go through and show you how I do this with a free trial. You can go ahead and sign up for a premium subscription, but for the purpose of this how-to guide, I'm going to be showing you with a trial account. So right now I'm going to use a fictitious app. It's not a fictitious app, it's a real app, but I'm going to be using a real app in the App Store as an example of how I would optimize for this app. So in this case, this app is called Delta Crypto Portfolio Tracker. And you can find this in the menu. You can go through App Intelligence, App Store Optimization, and Keyword Ranking. In the trial version of Sensor Tower, you can enter up to 5 keywords. What I like to do is focus on building and seeding a list of 50 keywords minimum, and start working down with groups of 5 to focus on the optimization. So here, I went ahead and filled out 3 search terms that I want this app to be discovered on, or just ideas. I haven't decided which keyword I want to focus on. That's the purpose of this how-to guide. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Add New Keyword. I'm going to type in, let's say, crypto, the crypto ticker, track keywords. Add another keyword, let's say, crypto portfolio, track keywords. Now, you're going to get a list that looks something like this. And this shows me the ranking over time for cryptocurrency, okay? Now, let's say you have this list of 50. In this case, I have 5. I need to dwindle down and pick 5 or maybe 3 relevant keywords I want to focus on in the upcoming week. So how do I do this? Well, the first step is to focus on relevancy. You don't want to go for high traffic, and the reason why is that when you go for a high traffic keyword, more than likely you're going to have a high difficulty. And when you have high difficulty, it's going to be a lot difficult for you to get ranked into the top 20, top 10 positions, which is your ultimate goal, is to rank within the top 20, preferably top 10. Now, so when we look at cryptocurrency, there's the high traffic, 4.3, the difficulty at 4.2, iPad difficulty 3.8, and there is a buttload of iPhone apps. We're talking about over 1,400 apps that you're going to be competing with. And we can see that this app is currently ranked in the top 20. So let's quickly go down the list of all the traffic column. I'm going to sort it here. Now, what I tend to do is look for keywords that have a good set of score for traffic. And traffic for Sensor Tower is ranked on a scale of 1 to 10. You don't necessarily want to focus on, anything. Well, before I get to that, let's focus on which keywords we want to which keywords are most relevant to the app. So we do know that Delta Crypto is a portfolio tracker app. So It is in the crypto niche, but more specifically, we want it to rank for when somebody searches for crypto portfolio. And the reason why is that if you spend a lot of time and energy getting ranked to crypto, you're going to see a lot of traffic. However, it's not going to convert into installs because the people that are searching for crypto may not be looking for a portfolio. They could be looking for a crypto news app, or they could be looking for a crypto wallet, and they just got lazy in typing crypto. So that's why relevance, it takes higher precedence than traffic. So let's take a look at crypto portfolio. Right now, the traffic score 1.2. Doesn't mean that they have a lot of traffic, but it could be a keyword that I would target on the long tail because it's very doesn't have much competition. But before we talk about competition, let's take a look at the iPhone difficulty. So on iPhone difficulty, it is ranked 4.2 out of 10. Normally, preferably, I would like to see it under 4, but if I'm limited in the number of keywords that I can choose from, then I go higher than 4. But if I do see a difficulty level less than 4, that would make the list, make the cut. So again, focus on relevancy. Second, group it by difficulty, less than 4. And if you have an iPad version of the app, you can also look at that, but it's not as relevant. I mean, it's relevant, but you're more likely going not to see a lot of competition in the iPad space because there's not many users on the iPad. So we can see here that there are over 1,400 apps, iPhone apps, and then there's only 828 iPad apps. At this point in time, iPhone rank and iPad rank is not relevant. Well, it is relevant if you're ranking in the top 10. Therefore, you don't want to touch anything with this keyword. You don't want to remove it. You want to leave it as is if you're getting good traffic. If you're not getting good traffic or just starting out, then you can go ahead and just ignore the rank for now until you get into the top 10, top 20. So going back, filtering out this list, I would probably likely focus on crypto portfolio as one of the keywords that I'm going to use to A/B test. The next keyword that I might look at will be potentially maybe crypto ticker. Now, it's kind of interesting with crypto ticker because right now the Sensor Tower traffic score is showing 0.5. What we do know about the crypto market today that we're in a bear market, and it's been in a bear market for the last 10 months of 2018. So this makes sense why there's not much traffic because it's a very trending niche. So when the market's in a bear market, nobody cares about checking ticker. Everybody's burned out. So the expectation why the traffic is low is I can see why. However, this could be a good indicator of getting ranked for crypto ticker while you're in a bear market, so that you're ready when the bear market starts to creep back up into a bull market. You're already ranked in the top 10. So of this list of 5, I would pick maybe crypto ticker, crypto portfolio, and focus on those 2. One thing to take notice though is there is a keyword here called cryptocurrency. Looks like it's about 15 characters. You are limited to 100 characters in the keywords field for the App Store and 50 characters for the title. So you want to be very hyper selective in which keywords you're going to use. In this case, cryptocurrency is one word, and it takes up 15 characters, so that's about 15% already of your total allocation that you can use. Meanwhile, if you can find 2 other keywords that were total up to 15 characters, that's a better option than focusing on one keyword, unless it's super highly relevant to getting ranked for your, or super highly relevant for your app to get users to install through that keyword. But if you find 2 other keywords that are just as competitive as cryptocurrency in terms of traffic and have low difficulty, then I would go after the other 2 keywords and focus on those before I go to cryptocurrency. So in this example, crypto portfolio here has 15 characters, and there are 2 keywords, so I could potentially get some benefits of getting ranked for crypto or portfolio, or if I have another keyword, it'd be crypto ticker, crypto news, etc. So I could say crypto portfolio, news, ticker, etc. But for the purpose of Delta, I believe they do have a news section, so I might put in crypto, portfolio, news as a set of keywords. So that's pretty much the strategy when it comes to selecting the right keywords when you're just starting out is figuring out what keywords are most relevant to the users that you want to get installed. That's step one of the funnel. Then step two is optimizing the landing page, having a really nice logo, having a great title, and having nice screenshots. But before we leave, there are two other tips that I want to talk about. One of them is considering using the title. In my experience, the title has a very highly weighted um, piece of the model when it comes to ranking. So if you have a brand that nobody recognizes or knows about, it's going to be a very uphill battle to get ranked on another keyword through the keyword field, because the keyword field may be likely weighted a lot less than the title, because some people are searching for a brand, they expect the brand to come up to the top, but if you have a brand and nobody knows about that brand, then you're likely never going to show up in the top 10. So if you're able to incorporate keywords in your title, that's the best route. So for example, we can see here, this top app right now for crypto ticker is called Crypto Pro, Bitcoin ticker. So they're likely ranked like high in the top 20 for crypto, Bitcoin, and ticker. But their product is called Crypto Pro. Now, you would kind of expect for crypto ticker, maybe Coinbase, would be ranked, but no, we're seeing another app called Crypto Ticker because I'm searching for Crypto Ticker. So it almost feels like as though the App Store wants to rank brands or titles that are more relevant than the keywords list. So something to keep in mind when it comes to naming the title of your app, or if you can test it out for a week just to see the difference, I would go down and test that as well. The second tip and trick that not a lot of app developers and marketers know about is, while you may be limited to 100 keywords to use in the US market, you can double the amount of keywords by switching to the localized market for the app. So for example, switching into Mexico will allow you to enter keywords to target the Mexican or Mexico market. But what we found out was the App Store actually indexed keywords that are in the Mexican market, along with the US market, along with the Canadian market. All three, if you're using keywords in all three markets, they will get ranked for the US market. So if you have a US market specific app that you want to target and you're running out of keywords to try in the keywords for the US market, you can think about switching to the Mexican market, the MX market, and enter the English keywords, because those keywords will be aggregated as part of the English speaking keywords. And so when you're in North America and US and you type in an English word, it will pull and surface your apps because you have those keywords in the MX market or the Mexico market. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to put together a matrix of markets that will be combined into one index, so you can kind of see if it makes sense to expand your keywords list that you want to target and not use a Spanish-speaking equivalent, instead of just focusing on the English words if you want to get a lot of traffic from the US market. So those are my strategies, my tips on keyword research and optimizing. And one other thing that a lot of people have asked me is how quickly do they see these changes? Well, I'm going to tell you the short answer is that you're going to see these changes happen within a few hours. But before making and tweaking any more changes, like day after day, just leave it alone and wait until about a week after you make the changes to go back and research and see how the keywords have impacted the rank. And the reason why I say this is that every single hour, the app stores are continuously re-ranking apps, but they're not looking at all the different meta information about an app to re-rank it. And the reason why is that they want to rank and re-rank apps that are trending. So if it's a new app that was published, let's say on a Tuesday to, let's say, Product Hunt, Beta News, TechCrunch, whatever have you, they want to make sure those apps that get launched and have high PR behind it and high velocity downloads that are trending starts to bubble up and push everything else down. Okay, and so there are many different apps that can trigger that. So that's why you're going to see your app gets re-ranked over time. However, in about a week, you're going to see a major update, and, and that major update is what you're going to be looking for in terms of whether your efforts into App Store optimization for those keywords are taking effect and working the way you want it to work. So again, just give it some time and focus on just say 3 to 5 keywords per week, and review which keywords that are working, moving up the ranks, and which keywords are moving in the other direction or not ranking very well. Take those out, replace them with another set of keywords, and keep iterating and testing. So that's my strategy. In the next video, I'm going to be the next couple videos, I'm going to be putting together more App Store optimization tips on the back end side of the funnel, which, well, not really the back, it's still the front end, but after users have discovered the app, how to optimize the landing page so that people actually click on and install the product, and also some other tidbits of tricks that I noticed, such as ratings and reviews, how to get them, so that all the holistic view of the app will help and benefit the overall App Store optimization strategy. So hope you really liked this video. I know it was a bit long, but I had to put it out there. So hope you got some real value out of it, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.